The poet says, तेरे सीने में दम है, दिल नहीं है. As of today, as of now, O ordinary human being, you do have soul in your body, but you do not have that halq, that heart, that is actually a heart that can see. तेरा दिल गर्मी महफिल नहीं है. Whatever you have in your heart that is pumping your blood, that is not really engaging you in whatever goes around you in the universe. It's just making you live that particular day and come home and sleep. But you have not really awakened your heart. You have not made it a live being. Then he says, गुजर जा अक्ल से आगे कि ये नूर चिरागे राह है, मंजिल नहीं है. गुजर जा अक्ल से आगे. Go beyond your intelligence, beyond your intellect, beyond your reasoning. Because this light, the light of your intelligence, light of your knowledge, worldly knowledge, light of your learnings and degrees that you have, he says, this is, go beyond this light, beyond this awareness. Because this light, he says, chirage rah hai. This is a light that enlightens your path. Manzil nahi hai. This is not your destination. You are really not going there when you see that place. You have to go beyond that. This mind, your intellect, your intelligence, your education will guide you towards that to the extent, but it's only like a lamp post along the way. Your destination is far beyond that. And that destination is actually connecting to your heart and making it go from 0 to 100. From an ordinary human being that has an animalistic living to a marde kamil, a perfect human being, just like our beloved Prophet's example. A perfect human being, marde kamil, is the one who actually is true representative of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That he has several attributes, several things that he does as if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself is doing. Being present in so many places at the same time. Being able to do this at this point, at this minute, and the next minute maybe sitting a million of miles away doing something important. Again, just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's nature. Humans do have that ability to become perfect. Now, there is not enough time for me to actually tell you the philosophy of how to perfect yourself, but there are a couple of philosophies that are very important to at least mention. One is when you become so close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you go into faqr, a kind of traveling of faqr, where you trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, leave all the worldly things alone. He starts to feed you, he starts to take care of you. Then you connect to him to a place, you're going closer to him further. A point comes when you actually become absorbed into that person, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's light itself. You lose yourself and you become one with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's like a drop of water going from the river, from the tributary to a river and into the ocean. Although the drop is there, but now you can't recognize that drop because it becomes part of the ocean. That's called fana fillah. Actually annihilating yourself into the being of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other one is, theory philosophers say, baqa billah, that you still maintain your self identity and yet you are so close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you are doing things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do. Nobody else can. So this ability is inherent in humans. Human beings do have that ability, but we, the intellectuals, the academics and people with science have difficulty believing it because we are told on the other side that there is nothing comparable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shirk is the only thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to forgive. He's going to forgive all other sins that you have. But if you put anybody comparable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you think there is somebody also like him, then you are committing shirk. So because of that fear, humans have difficulty actually stating when they get extra powers, they hide themselves, totally disappear from the scene. They do not proclaim that they can do all of that. They live the life of anonymity, but they are there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created them to represent him on this earth, and they do so wonderfully, and they take care of his creation. Wherever they are needed, they are placed and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of the rest. Just imagine you here, I don't know how many people are here beyond 50 years of old and 60 or 70 or 80. But imagine this country or this continent 100 years ago. No Muslims. Few Muslims that were brought in here from African countries that were slaves were not allowed to bring in Quran with them. And they were not necessarily able to really follow Islam the way they would like to. And very few of them. And then after a generation or two, they lost that Islamic touch also. Who knows? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. But look at this continent today. Look at this America today. Islam is well introduced everywhere in the corner, every corner of this country. There are masajid here that are unbelievably beautiful. Work they are doing here about Islam, propagating Islam. Many of those people living here have accepted Islam. Islam is spreading like no other religion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a major plan in that. He is the one who created all of that. He is the one who created the environment. He is the one that really has made things happen in such a way that Muslims had to leave their countries. Although when I was in Pakistan, felt very bad that I have to go away from my parents and go somewhere else and endure that kind of separation from your roots. And yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had better plans. There was some reason why many of those countries had those conditions where we were forced to leave in a way and come here. If we were very comfortable there, why would we come here? And if nobody, Muslims came here, they were very happy in their own countries. If they continued to prosper like Ottomans did, they continued to conquer countries and go everywhere else, then they were then subjected to later on these kind of changes also. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had a plan for this universe, a plan for this earth, and He does things the way only He understands. A good believer would basically say that I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever happens to me, it may look bad to me, but really may be good for me eventually. If I apply to a certain college for application and I have rejected, I would start feeling bad that why did I not be accepted? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a better plan. Maybe in a different university where you go, that's where you're going to meet the partner of your life, or that's where you're going to do something very special that is needed there and only you can do it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may give you something that may look negative to you at a time, but it may actually be good for you in the long run. All we have to do is leave this in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether we get something good or bad, we should thank Him for giving all of that to us, and then hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does have something always better for us, and wherever He's really putting us, whatever He wants us to do, we should be willing to do. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the intelligence